They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll look to throw. And complete.
That guy was
down a couple of scores. They have to try and make something good happen.
Apparently nobody said why they couldn't see.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up. Back to the 41-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Walker now, going to throw again, eluding the pressure right. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walker. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Walker. To throw again. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Boswell for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Test run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Mullins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now a throw here.
tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And this has been a yard loss. 4th down now. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. 4 points for everyone if they win big.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Then he drops it in. It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And able to find Green. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Go, 8 read. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Right back to Connor here on first. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Pittsburgh, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. Cincinnati, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. On the call, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. As we look at this Packer team as we enter play here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touch.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Romeo Okwara in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it with Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. This pass complete to Higgins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Romeo Okwara able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Wilson. Flush. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And now running right through it. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a first down.
Yeah, they have put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Wilson, buying time to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Lewis, eluding the pressure right.
DK
Metcalf. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up. Because
I'm not the head coach.
So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
We'll see how bad his ankle sprain is. So we do want to need him for the 49ers. But if Lewis can come out here
he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
For Russell Wilson, then we should be okay.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go.
We got defense.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance.
Good job, Kendricks. Did my QB get hurt? I believe the snow is too strong.
Just doesn't matter.
No,
he's going to find a way to beat them. And so far
they
this
hit
year,
him
he's done
in his
exactly
leg.
that.
He sure has. This time they stay on the ground.
That's what it is. That shit right there, that's what it is.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
It's the players.
Across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. So the defense for...
Damn, you almost got that pick. Yep.
Offensive there, Charles.
And you know they
Trust me,
love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands to try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
Right
point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
But it don't even matter. We got that hit stick. Got that turnover, scored.
This is
we got a comfortable lead. The only problem that we should worry about Green Bay is with Aaron Rodgers having time when he throws that motherfucker deep. That's going to be our problem. So
the
we have
Packer
to
offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
All right,
this was a clear dance at 10, right? See, this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime.
You said, oof, the OP hit. Now I see.
Back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Well, I'm going to put on that ability on my boy on
the Seattle offense now set to come back out on the
field.
Turnovers. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've
we got
had,
to play the
guys.
49ers,
Be
so
prepared for some
Seahawks got to play the
change-ups.
49ers, so
We're
that's
going
going
to
to be
see
a big
them when we
challenge.
kick it off
But
in
if
the
Russell
second
Wilson
half.
comes
See
back
how they handle any
for that
adjustments that
game,
might be made
it'll be okay. He
defensively.
might just be out with that. Hopefully
Now
he
it's
can
Carson.
play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for
plays
22
with the
and a
injury.
first down.
I try not to run with him so
Well, he
much.
does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up.
It just gave me an idea how good Russell Wilson. Let's see how good this guy is. Speed is not good, so he can't run. Throw power, okay, his throw power is higher than Russell Wilson. Short throw 80. Okay, he's decent. He'll definitely help out here and there, but hopefully we can get what's his name back. I need some speed out here
2nd and 7.
on the Packers.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Take out Chris Carson and get a breather.
Going on the ground with Homer. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Homer. And the play.
Let's see, we can get up early for. We can play if you want. You guys fall asleep, but I'll be on wild charging my
This
remote.
defense is going to need to do
All right.
more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now Lewis.
Man, I can't see.
And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll run this with Homer. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive.
I could not
Because when you
see.
see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Flushed out, and he
It's
can't
on the
get
pressure.
rid of it. He's taken down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing.
Nope.
They got it
They
the first
goddamn
time they went
breaded
for
ass
it.
down.
Why not a
They
second
ain't
time?
gonna rush
I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it
Ain't
again.
that damn good.
If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And incomplete.
Yep. If you was about to run with that, I was about
Certainly
to
looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his
Okay.
progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh, come on, Jamal.
And that will be incomplete as well. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10.
Yeah.
And he'll get about 3 here.
Destroy Green Bay Packers and hurt Aaron Rodgers.
Ready to go into that
Okay, I'll
4-minute
hurt him.
offense
I'll
to
try
close
to
the
get
game
open
out,
if I can.
but a running game
They
could really
lit.
benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd down.
Yeah.
Lewis. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
All they do is
This
just
safety,
blitz,
Adrian
blitz,
Amos,
blitz,
comes
blitz,
crashing
blitz,
in for the
blitz,
sack.
blitz, blitz, blitz. That's all they do is blitz, 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 blitz. Every fucking play, it's a blitz.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter.
Damn, never seen the damn team that blitz.
Here's Lewis throwing on 3rd and long. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation,
now we might get our team
sure to hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lewis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lewis. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Disley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Green Bay.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help the team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Rodgers to throw. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to
pick. Cookies, give me that. Give me the bill.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. That'll be caught by Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just